I'm here with my man Quams. Arsenal 3, Dinamo Zagreb 0.
Yep.
A good win in the end, but it's interesting because me and you were sparring on the watch along.
A couple of jabs.
Yeah. We're going back and forth a little bit. Good natured, but I was trying to make the point. Well, you know, we were bantering and going back and forth. But what I was saying was, we made a great start, yeah? 1-0 up after 2 minutes. Declan Rice superbly taken goal. We're thinking, yeah, man, we're going to kick on, really go and put this team to the sword. Because I've got to be honest, man, Zagreb to me were a fairly mediocre team at best tonight. I mean, there may be reasons for it. I do know that they've not played a competitive game now for weeks. December, I think 14th of December. So it's understandable they're not coming into the game in the best of form. We're at home. We needed a win. So I expect us to win. I expected us to win well. But I've got to say, after scoring that early goal, we didn't really kick on the way I thought we would. I mean, we scored the first goal in the second minute. We had to wait till the 66th minute. The fact as well that Arteta, who doesn't normally make early subs, he made early subs in the game, suggests to me that he was kind of thinking along the same lines I was thinking, was that we wasn't up in the level. Is that a fair assessment or not?
It's a fair assessment. At the end of the day, like I said.
So why did you disagree with me on the street?
No. It's like let me finish. Let me start. No, it's a fair assessment. Like we can say Arteta done that to obviously inject a bit more pace or a bit more fluidity into the team, or we could say that he's maybe thinking of the next game ahead and he's thinking even if it ends 1-0, I'll take Timber off because if Timber gets injured or he gets another card, that's him suspended. That's another right back position for Partey to play in. So for me, I think he's thinking ahead. Yeah, he may have said, all right, let me make some changes, which he did. Brought on Wanyeri. So the positives I take from it is we didn't get any injuries, thankfully. Wanyeri's back, thankfully again. We managed to see Zinchenko played all right. I thought, Kirill and Timber, they made a few mistakes. I think it was more a lapse of concentration, maybe a bit more complacency. But at the end of the day, you got to respect your opponent, Laurie. And I think you're the man who always says it. So that's why I was like, what's going on? Like, Dinamo Zagreb, yes, they're sitting 25th in the Champions League, but this is the Champions League. We've just seen PSG, more or less, they're knocking out Man City. Man City, the holders. So we have to be grateful for the position that we're in. Now, if you ask me, am I happy with the performance itself? No, but I haven't been happy with the performance the past couple of weeks, and I've said it. But I've also just said, you know what? With what we've got, the cards that we've been dealt in terms of the injury suspensions, people missing, Saka injured, our star boy, we've done pretty well to still stay there and amongst. And that's why I'm like, okay, Arteta's done a lot. He just needs that extra help. I'm hearing that Kroenke was at the stadium. I'm hoping he's seen it, but isn't it? It's like so ironic. Yeah, Kroenke comes in and we end up scoring 3-0. So he's probably thinking, you know what? Let me pop off back to America. There's no point. I'll keep my money. Why am I going to spend it? But we do need it. That's the extra bit that I've been talking about. But no, I'm not happy with the performance. I'm not like, oh my gosh, we played them off the park. It is Dinamo Zagreb, yes, but just be professional. Get the game done, no injuries, and we move on to the next one. That's how I...
No, listen, man, I hear that. In the end, we won 3-0. Yeah. And like I said earlier, anytime you win 3-0 at home, you can't really be too disappointed with the performance. So it was just that when it was 1-0, maybe I had visions of Saturday's performance when we were 2-0 up against Villa, coasting. And then we didn't finish him off, and then we made a couple of mistakes, and all of a sudden, Villa are back in the game. So that's what I was worried about today. Because, 1-0... it's a fairly precarious,
of course,
scoreline, isn't it? Because anything. I mean, you said yourself about them errors that Timber and Kivio made.
And we've been making.
Have we been playing a better team? They could have punished us for that.
Of course, yeah. But look, no team's perfect, and we got to think that Kirill done all right. The fact that he's playing on the right hand side centre back, and he's even getting thrown into the mix, he done okay. Even though he did give the ball away, there was a few times where he done some good things. He won the ball back alongside Timber. I just thought that the back four was decent enough to just get through the game. When you look at, what was I going to mention? When you look at it as a whole, we haven't conceded from open play. I keep mentioning it, but these are the things you look at after the game and you're thinking, oh, bloody hell, yeah. 15 games unbeaten in the Champions League, at home. So for me, I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. Can we do more? 100%. Should we do more? Yes. And I think that will come if we get the signings, if we get the players back that are fit. But we've got to take the positives for what they are.
Yeah, I agree. Positives today, I would say Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, Odegaard. Let's talk about Declan Rice. I thought he was man of the match. I think you did as well, right?
Yeah. He's always my man of the match. He's fantastic. I mentioned it in the live, and I said, you know what, Declan Rice, he's so underrated. Some people underrate him because he plays for Arsenal. Before he played for Arsenal, he was like, oh, he's amazing. As soon as he put on our badge, all of a sudden, oh, yeah, he's not that good. He can't play a position. He's not as good as Rodri. I said, this guy can do everything. And again, we saw a different side of him, a more attacking one. Yeah. He was more direct. He was forward thinking. He was getting himself in the box. It was a well-taken goal. I remember you even saying it. It's not an easy finish to do. No. A lot of players scuff it. He's hitting it down into the ground, and obviously it managed to find itself in the back of the net.
It was the technique. He got over the ball and kept it down.
That's it.
A lot of times you see players in that position, they sky it.
Goes straight over the bar, that's it.
Especially early in the game like that, after 2 minutes when they're not really fully warmed up yet. So it's a good finish.
It is, but I think it's just his mentality. It is. He has got that captain mentality. I was listening to his interview, and he's more upset at the fact that he missed the open goal.
Yeah, the header.
Yeah, so it's like, he's not talking about, oh yeah, I scored, or, we got the point. He's like, I could have done better. I should have done better. And that's right. That sings what you're saying. And I think that's something that the Arsenal team itself have to take into fact that we must do better moving forward. Because Wolves.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 other players that got on the score sheet tonight that I think needed goals. Kai Havertz, obviously. He got a goal and an assist, actually. How do you assess his performance?
He done really well. I think the assist for the Declan Rice goal, like I said, he's running away from the ball. He opens his body up, sets Declan. There was a few times where he's just doing a little header, a little dink header, just to set up another man. His link-up play was really good. I was really impressed with that. And then to top it off, he got his name on the score sheet again, which is good. That will build his confidence, and that's it. You got to realise. I was speaking to Kenya, and she was saying about sometimes you can't write off players so much. You got to give them time. And with Havertz, we can see he does need a little bit of love and care or whatever. But once he starts scoring, he doesn't kind of stop. He's very consistent, but it's not like in your face consistent. He just slowly builds himself, and I think this could be the start of something that will help us in the long run. Do you know?
Yeah, I would say he's quite an introverted character, and he plays off confidence.
Yeah,
and sometimes when he's not scoring, you can see the confidence almost evaporating.
100%.
But the last couple of performances, he definitely looked better, which is good for Arsenal because if he's scoring and we're winning, things are looking good.
Things are looking good, yeah. There's no pressure on him.
Absolutely.
The same with Odegaard, Martin Odegaard. Again, no, he's done well. I've been critiquing him, or I've been saying, you know what, he needs to get more goals. I saw the relief in his face, and I could see as the ball was travelling across from Trossard, which was good as well. He was just focusing on just getting something on the ball into the back of the net, and sometimes that's what you need. It wasn't the tidiest of finishes that we see from him, but it's the fact that he timed the run, he was in the right place at the right time. And that will do him wonders. I 100% believe, 100%.
Yeah, he needed that. He definitely needed that. Listen, I've put my cards on the table many times before. Martin Odegaard is one of my favourite players at the club. I love what he does on the ball. Yeah. But if there is a criticism, and I try to be fair, is that for somebody, especially if somebody of his talent, he doesn't get enough goals.
No. And that's
so it was nice. Okay, well, like you said, it wasn't aesthetically brilliant.
No.
But it's a goal nevertheless,
and
you're right. I mean, going forward, that can only be a good thing. You saw his face at the end there. He seemed really pleased with himself.
Yeah.
So listen, man, that's good. Rolling on, no.
It's not all Wolves. Doom and gloom, Laurie. It's good.
No, listen, man. Bro, I try to be fair, bro.
You got to take it. To be fair. We just come off the back of the week that we've had. The last 2 weeks, we had the highs with the North London Derby or the Carabao Cup exit. And then obviously with Aston Villa. So yeah, we want a response. It wasn't the kind of response we wanted it was actually straight out the gate. We scored a goal. But I think it was more Arteta was focusing on the mentality of the players and saying, look, don't get carried away, stay compact, stay disciplined, and just get the result. It wasn't about the performance. But yeah, moving on to obviously Wolves.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the good thing about today is that we can put the Champions League aside for a little while in a good position. Looks like we're going to get through to the next stage. Is fairly okay now, which is great. But there is the matter of a very important game on Saturday. Now, I know we say this every week. It's a must-win game, but it really is a must-win game against a team, Wolves, who they're struggling. But, Arsenal come to town. I expect them to raise their levels. How confident are you going into that game?
After this performance, I'm confident we can put in a professional performance. It's not going to be easy. It'll be a good test for us, but I think in the back of the players' minds, they're going to be thinking, you know what, if we don't get a good result, if we don't get a win, Liverpool, how they're looking, how they're grinding out results and they're doing very well, they're just going to go on leaps and bounds. So we have to just get a result. Again, it's one of those things where just get a result, get something from the game. A win would be wonders. I don't want to draw, I want to win. And, like I said, the fact that we've got Nwaneri back, it gives us another option on the right instead of just relying on maybe Sterling, who didn't do the best today. Trossard, hopefully. So we're going to be looking to those players, your Trossards. Martinelli, I thought he put in some good crosses. Yeah. We're going to need that because, Wolves are going to turn up. Yeah. We know it. Everyone wants to beat us. That's just one of those things as a club. So we just got to make sure that we're mentally prepared.